Welcome to Grampy's Garage. I'm Grampy. Today on this 2005 Subaru Forester, we're going to change the oil. On this particular car, you don't need to jack it up. Some vehicles you do have to jack up to change the oil. Some you have to remove a plate of some sort that's in the way of the drain plug. So all we're going to need for this is a 17mm socket, my hand to take off the oil filter because it shouldn't be that tight, and a creeper. Let's get at it. When you're changing your oil, you want to, when you get the plug out, a lot of them are magnetized, and you want to check to make sure there's no shavings, which there's not. Now, very often you're going to want to change, when you're changing your oil, you're going to want to change the gasket. However, I know I changed it last time I changed the oil, so I'm not worried about it. You also want to heat the vehicle up for a little bit so it gets the oil nice and warm. And you want to make sure your oil cap is loosened or off when you're doing this. For two reasons. One, to make sure you get all the oil out of it. And two, so if you get distracted when you're done under here, you don't forget to put oil in it. Let that drain. Oh, I guess I did put it on tighter than I thought.
Are you recording?
Yeah, that's right. There we go. It's going to drain some oil out of it as you loosen it. Go ahead and let that drain. We're going to wipe off the surface where the oil filter is going to mate. going to put a date on it. We're going to change the oil, which is 1/1/24. Happy New Year. Before you put your oil filter up, go ahead and take a little bit of your oil and fill up the oil filter. It doesn't have to be to the brim. As I make a mess. Screw it on there, making sure not to cross thread it. Hand tight is perfect. And then make sure your gasket is on your drain plug. And we're going to put the drain plug back in. You don't have to go too tight with the drain plug, but you also don't want it to loosen up. Okay. Make sure you dispose of your oil responsibly. Most parts stores nowadays, like O'Reilly where I go, I just fill a 5-gallon bucket with a pour spout. And I take it there every couple of months and I put it in their drum that they have. Let's go up top and finish it up. Now that we're back up top, let's go ahead and fill her up. She takes about 4.5 quarts. I do use 530 high mileage in this car because it has 213,000 miles on it. And before you get too much oil in it, take a peek underneath. Make sure you're not leaking. Nope. And we're going to look again once it starts, make sure the oil filter is not leaking. Let's check it. While you're changing your oil, look at your belts, make sure they're not cracked. If they are, change them or have them changed. and we're right there. We're going to run it first and check it again after it drains down and make sure we're full. You want to make sure your coolant looks good. Make sure it's at a decent level. This one is. It's got plenty of windshield washer solvent. Power steering fluid. Let's get that off. That looks good. Well, look at your brake fluid. We're good there. This one has a clutch, so you want to make sure you have plenty of fluid in your clutch, which we're good. And we also want to, at this point, we're going to change our air filter. There's a clip or two clips. Pull up on it. On the housing. You want to look at the filter. This one definitely needs to be changed. What you want to really do is look at it through some light or some on the other side and see if you can see it, or see if you can see through the filter itself. But this thing's pretty dingy. It needs to be changed. Filter goes with a paper filament towards the outside of the car on this one. You want to go in reverse order, catch the little tabs in the bottom. And then clip the clip. There's actually supposed to be two clips on this one, but one's been missing for a long time. So now we're going to start it and then see where we go from there. Check underneath it, make sure we don't have any leaks. We have no leaks. Takes a little bit for it to drain down. But with this thing having over 200,000 miles on it, a little extra oil is not going to hurt. Yeah, we need about half a quart. So let's go ahead and do that. She's full. Well, that's going to do it for the oil change and checking the fluids on this 2005 Subaru Forester. Thank you for joining Grampy's Garage today. If you would, like, share, and subscribe.